David Wilkerson, Henry Groover, Dmitry Duduman, Rick Wiles, and a number of others have seen visions and dreams of American cities burning. Now, in the last few months, I think 4 or 5 months, since October, various individuals from the head of the CIA to others like Rickards and others who have connections to the CIA and to intelligence and the military have made it very clear that something is going to happen in March. Now, basically, what's happening is that they kind of said that once the Olympics are over, because don't forget the Olympics ended, then there's the Paralympics, and then March 19th, the Olympics are completely finished. Everyone's out of Korea; they're gone. That between that date, between March 19th and April 1st, is a window. Okay, for war. Now, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is serious. And I believe that the United States has made such an overt threat to North Korea because these military exercises begin on the 19th with South Korea, Japan, and the United States, okay, and any allies that are there. I believe these overt threats were meant to tell the Chinese, you have a limited amount of time to go in there and take out the Kim regime in North Korea. A number of months ago, China moved 20% of its military, that's 300,000 plus soldiers, to the North Korean border. The Russians have also moved forces nearby, and the Chinese have also set up tents and camps, etc., etc. I believe that these threats that have been made, these statements made by American officials who should know these things, was to telegraph to the Chinese, you either take them out or we're taking them out, and you have this much time to do it in. Now, I think it's important to understand that the North Korean regime has a means of hitting the United States. They do. They could hit it. They could hit us with at least one bomb. And I believe they will succeed with one bomb. But I think we're going to watch the Chinese roll into North Korea and take out that regime. But I do think at least one American city or territory is going to be hit. So keep an eye out between March 19th and April 1st. Keep an eye out there. The other point is, the other threat to the world peace is Netanyahu. Right now he's under 2 separate investigations. One of his buddies turned state's evidence on him. Now, what do you do when you're a political figure and your political career is being investigated? You wag the dog like Clinton's did. You get a war going. Well, it's good for Netanyahu that Iran has been threatening Israel with destruction, and they have moved forces into Syria as well as arming Hezbollah with lots and lots of missiles and rockets. And I believe that Netanyahu is going to get this war started by attacking Lebanon, and then he's going to go and take out Iranian forces in Syria. And then I believe Iran's going to retaliate, and he's going to upgrade this attack, and we're going to see Israel attack Iran with missiles and airstrikes. And when that happens, I believe the United States and Arabia and Jordan, I believe too, will also join in on the attack against Iran. Now, the question is, what will Turkey do? What will Syria do? What will Russia do? Now, Turkey is ostensibly NATO, so I'm not sure how they're going to, but they're also acting very independently, so we don't know where they're going to go on this. But at the same time, the Russians are a nominal ally of Iran and a protector of Syria. So I want you to think about how this could tumble easily into something completely unlike what we have now. No more confusion. Clarity, but a war. Now, China and Russia have sent top quality fighter jets to Syria. The Chinese have sent their best fighters to Syria, and the Russians have sent their stealth fighters to Syria. These are like, I think they're called Sukhoi Su-54s or 57s. It's their version of our F-35 fighter. Now, they didn't send them there for an air show, okay? They sent them there to avoid radar, so they can make strikes without being hit. Who has the radar that they need to avoid? Well, there's only two countries that can do that, Israel and the United States. So I want you to think about that, okay? They don't need stealth fighters to attack terrorists. Think about that. My friends, this is where we're at. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the catalyst for America burning. America has not repented, so we can forget that being a scenario. But I want you to think very carefully about this. We could see war, a true world war begin in the next 3 weeks, the next 3 to 4 weeks. This period between March 19th and April 1st is a window, okay? And I believe this window for the Middle East extends a little further into time, closer to the May date, May 2018 date for the establishment of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. But my friends, this is going to be a critical year. 2018 is an incredibly prophetic, critical year. I do believe we're going to see something. Now, we may watch the fall of the Kim regime with one nuclear bomb getting away and hitting the United States, but it won't matter because China's going to come in there and take out North Korea, okay? However, I do believe ultimately we're going to see a war with Russia for sure. And let's remember something, people. Wars don't just happen. Wars are planned. They're planned in advance. And I believe World War III has been planned for a couple of years now. I believe that supposedly fake missile attack on Japan and Hawaii a while ago was supposed to start the war. But Trump and his friends in the Pentagon knew about it and stopped it. Now, this is what I don't have any proof for this, but it seems very, very likely that's what happened. There are no accidents when it comes to nuclear missile warnings. No accidents. And I've seen the video of a missile going up near Hawaii and hitting a target and debris coming down. I've seen it clear as day over and over and over and over. Prepare for war, my friends. Prepare. We could be going into some very dark times starting a few weeks from now. Get supplies. And if you live in a city, particularly on the west coast of the United States, if you don't know Jesus, do not know Christ, if you have not made a decision for him, if you've not called upon your Lord and Savior, this is the time to do it. Right now is the time. You may not have much time left. I'm just giving you a warning. You don't have to listen to me. You can ignore me, or you can pay attention. Now is the time, I believe, to start paying attention. It's a voice in the car, like a voice in the wilderness. Talk to you next.